Hi everyone, Nick here, welcome back. For years, I did not buy life insurance. My thought process was that both my wife and I earn high incomes, we're nearing financial independence, we don't have children, so what's the point? However, I recently changed my mind. Even though we could have self-insured, we still bought term life policies. In this video, I will share why, what policies we bought, and I will try to convince you that you should also have life insurance. Now for today's sponsor. Hi, I'm Nick and I am today's sponsor. No, I'm not a life insurance salesman. I'm a software engineer and I create videos for my YouTube channel to help you achieve financial independence. I do this for free. If you get value, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to support free financial education. I want to share a little more detail on my thought process before deciding to buy life insurance. Both my wife and I were pursuing financial independence. We were both high earners, and a single one of our incomes could have easily supported ourselves. So we kind of viewed life insurance as an unnecessary expense that would just delay financial independence. We could, instead of paying life insurance premiums, take the money and compound it in the stock market. We also didn't have any children, and our parents will not need our support. So the thought process was, well, if either of us dies, the other will be fine. If both of us dies, our family will be in good financial positions. So what's the point of us having life insurance? This is really the thought process we had. I haven't mentioned this yet on my channel, but my wife and I recently reached a major milestone. We have achieved financial independence. I am still working and plan to work since I like my job, and I would like to reach a slightly higher level of financial independence. Even though our employers provided a basic life insurance policy, and my restricted stock units would immediately vest to my wife if I were to die, we still decided to buy life insurance. Why? Well, let me ask you the same question that got me to change my mind. If your wife was diagnosed with terminal cancer today, what would you do? I'm actually a bit embarrassed. I had never really thought deeply about this before. Pretty quickly, I arrived at the conclusion that I would quit my job, I would spend the extra time with my wife, and we would do everything we could to do the things that she wants to do before she dies and seek the best treatment possible to try to turn it around. Now, how comfortable would I be with doing that? We might need to spend a lot of money to do this. The best treatments or doctors may not be covered by insurance. We might need to try multiple such treatments. We might want to spend a lot of money on certain experiences. What if the market just crashed 30%? It may screw up our financial plan, lead to early withdrawal penalties, accessing retirement accounts, and so on. I wouldn't want to be thinking about finances at all. Having thoughts lingering in the back of my mind, does this mean we are no longer financially independent and need to be concerned about how much money we're spending? This is the main factor that convinced me. It provides incredible peace of mind knowing that if this were to happen, there wouldn't be any financial constraints for either of us, and we could focus on what matters. A secondary factor came when I thought more about what if I died, or what if I was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Sure, my wife is a strong, independent woman and could easily support herself and still be financially independent. However, I also don't want her to have to worry about finances in such a scenario. I want her to be set for life with more money than she needs. We decided to buy a $2 million 15-year term life policy for each of us. These policies contained riders or an add-on, so the policy will pay up to $500,000 of that $2 million before death if diagnosed with a terminal illness. This can help pay for any emergency medical treatment and hopefully not have to interfere with investments. We bought these about a year ago when I was 35. My policy has an annual premium of $530. My wife is a few years older than me and hers is $738. This is $1,268 per year to cover both of us. It is a good amount of money, but it provides us the peace of mind that if such a terrible scenario were to occur, we could focus on what matters and likely ignore our finances. If we need to spend over $1 million on treatments or experiences, we can do this with little financial worry. Such an experience would have so many challenges to deal with. The last one we want is the distraction of a financial challenge. So this is why we bought life insurance and plan to pay it through the 15-year term, even though we are financially independent. I think nearly everyone should have life insurance for similar reasons. Ask yourself these questions. What would you do if you were diagnosed with cancer? How about your wife or one of your children? What if the market is down when this happens? What do you want for your wife, children, parents, or other family if you die unexpectedly? While they may be fine continuing their life as is, do you want them to need to? I suggest spending some time to think about these questions and if life insurance is a good solution to that problem. And then you could think about what level of life insurance you would want to get. You can buy it in many different amounts. We just went with $2 million since that seemed like an easy round number. That would probably be more than enough. I think now is the best time to buy term life insurance if you haven't already done so or don't have enough of it. You will never be younger than you are now for the actuarial tables. You will likely never be more healthy than you are now. So it's likely to never be less expensive than now. Term versus whole life is another topic for a different video. However, I generally think term life is the best option for the vast majority of people. You can buy term life policies that can later be converted to whole life policies without medical review. This could be valuable if you later develop a health condition and want to keep the life insurance. In fact, I made sure to buy a policy with this option to leave the door open. I don't even know if I paid anything extra for it, it's just part of the basic term policy I bought. So say I were diagnosed with a terminal illness 1 year before my 15-year term policy expires and I happen to live beyond that year, I could convert it to a whole life policy and still keep the insurance. So to recap, the last thing I would want to do if my wife were diagnosed with terminal cancer is feel apprehension about quitting my job to spend more time with her, about spending whatever money is necessary to get her the best medical treatment possible, and so on. I wouldn't want that for her either if I were diagnosed with terminal cancer. I think most people should have at least term life insurance, and the best time to get it is now. The cost of term life insurance is actually quite reasonable when you think about it. So that's my story. I also had a similar revelation about disability insurance, which I will share in another video. I actually think that is even more important than life insurance, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on life insurance in the comments below. Do you have life insurance? If so, what kind? How long do you plan to hold it? And so on. If you got value from this video, make sure to press the like button and subscribe to support free financial education. Later.